Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to if you're new. My name is Marie Vlogs. I make lifestyle content here as well as some themed videos here on YouTube. I upload twice a week. I'm 26, living in Ottawa. Anyways, so today, this is a video of I'm gonna put my tea down before I spill it everywhere. So today I'll be talking about a video idea that I kind of had for a while, but I felt like I wanted to make some other ones first, and it's kind of like a part 2 to my video of my top tips on how to save money, time, and how to be organized. So make sure you watch that video if you're interested in this. But today I'm going to be talking about things that I've stopped buying. Before we get into detail, and I did go over this a little bit in my other video, I like to give just a little bit of reasoning because I think it's very important that you know your why you want to save money. Obviously, everyone likes to save money, but I think if you have a goal in mind, it really helps you, be able to kind of be a little bit more, I don't want to say strict, but like just work towards, your goals. So my goal basically was for a while to pay off my student loans, and that is done now. But also now my new goal is to own a house. And again, I mentioned it in a lot of my videos, I don't take it for granted. I've never lived in a home that my family has owned. So it's a very big deal for me. Before I get started, I also do want to mention Annika Green. She has a channel here on YouTube. We chat a little bit here and there, and she's very lovely. And she did do a video like this, so I really encourage you to check that video out. The community of Canadian YouTubers is very small. And not that I have like millions of views, but I really want to give credit where credit is due because she did put out a video like this a few days ago or a few weeks ago, and it's very, very good. So anyways, I wanted to make sure that I include that there. So essentially, let's now go over some purchases that I've basically stopped buying. And some of it has been a slow process for sure. And I do want to mention as well, this is what works for me. Some of it might work for you, some of it might not. And this is in no way trying to judge you if you do purchase these. No, not at all. Please, please, please don't think that I think that this is the best and only way. Some of it is a little strict. Some of it is maybe something you already do, but yeah, it's very personal, but hopefully maybe I can inspire you for some ideas or help you out if you're struggling and are open to these ideas. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing is going to be a little bit weird, and it's decorations for my house. So as I mentioned, my big goal of mine is to own and purchase my own house. And I don't have that right now. So, between renting and staying with family and stuff like that, I really haven't bought like decorations that I would use in a home. I know it kind of seems funny that I'm saying I'm not buying any decorations and I'm sitting behind like some Christmas decorations. This is not my home. Actually, we're spending Christmas with Spencer's parents, so that's why we have some decoration. And I know that might sound really boring, and I'm a person that loves beautiful things and being in a creative space, so this one was honestly really hard for me, but I just didn't do it because I'm like, I don't know what my future home's gonna look like. I don't know what the space is gonna look like, and before I invest in great pieces, I would rather wait for it to be in my, home. And plus, the more stuff that you have and acquire before you move, the more you have to pack. So that's something that I've, forgone. And honestly, during the holiday season and just every time, I go to Winners or Marshalls or those stores, this has really helped me because I'm like, no, like don't get it now, you can get it later kind of thing. I think that's something that's definitely helped me save a lot of money. But again, not for everyone for sure. The next one are 2 beauty appointments kind of things that I used to go and do. So in my undergrad, I used to definitely go like every time I needed it, get my eyelash extensions done and my eyebrows done. Now, again, it's a way of pampering yourself. So again, if you love doing this and it's the only thing that like brings you joy, please don't stop doing it. But for me, I just noticed I was just doing it kind of like to keep up with everyone around me because I noticed everyone that I was hanging out with kind of in Ottawa was doing it. But then I just started to learn how to do some of it myself. And honestly, I'm not saying that I'll never go back, but for now, I'm able to do it on my own and I don't hate how it looks. So I encourage you that if you're willing, maybe try to learn the esthetician aesthetic things that you try to get done right now if you can, because that is a really great way to save money. The next item is kind of funny, but I stopped buying bad coffee. Now, what I mean by that is kind of just getting a coffee for getting coffee's sake. That was my toxic trait, and that every time I left the house, I was like, ooh, we should get a nice coffee. And then in the past, I would go to like Starbucks or whatever that I could find quickly. And honestly, the coffee's not that great. Please do not come for me. Of course, we all enjoy like a special little seasonal drink here and there, but I promise you that once you start learning how to make your coffee the way you like it at home, It saves you so much money. And honestly, it's been a really fun process for me of learning how to make it. I make iced oat vanilla lattes. So learning how to make your own coffee can be a really great way to save money and also very rewarding. It makes you feel kind of good that you didn't have to go out and get it. And it's gonna be a fun hobby for people. So I definitely implore you to try to do that. Of course, like I don't wanna gloss over the fact that you need things like a coffee maker or espresso maker, press and stuff like that. So like, yes, but I think the investment overall in some basic tools, you don't need to go out and get all the high-end things if you don't want to. It's going to be cheaper overall. So things like that. Okay, the next thing is jewelry. So I used to be the person that every time I'd go to the mall or a store and they had like an earring rack or a necklace rack, I would stop and like pick something up because I was like, oh, this is cute, it's cheap. But then it wouldn't really last me long. Like it would last me a few wears, it would tarnish, it would hurt my ears, or like they'd break. Like I ended up doing it. I did it. I bought some Amazon ones and they broke in my last Christmas vlog. So yeah, so I'm stopping to do that because I've noticed that it is an expense that adds up after a while if you're doing that quite often. And honestly, it's probably better to, you know, invest in some timeless pieces that you'll use for the rest of your life, or maybe ask for them for like on your gift list, like for Christmas and birthdays if you get gifts. Ask for a nice piece of jewelry that will last you. And again, I recognize that that is still buying something. However, it's something that's going to allow you to not have to buy it quite as often and then in turn save money. And again, of course, there's a range of price for that, but like just invest in like a good basic, not too expensive kind of earring. Or even so, if you know someone like a local person that makes them, maybe invest in those pieces as well. And because a lot of the time it's like really crafted very well and not just by a machine. The next one is physical books. Now, I'm not a super avid reader. It is a goal of mine to read more books, but why I say books is because, well, the fact that I just said I'm not a very avid reader. So in the past, every time I'm like, oh, that sounds like a good book, you know, I'd buy the physical copy. And now I just have books that I'm laying around, not too many, but enough to be annoying that I haven't even read. So I told myself, okay, you cannot buy any more physical books, or I don't have a Kindle or anything like that, but you cannot buy any more books until you finish them. And then I want to donate them after that because I'm not a collector of books. Like I totally understand if that's your thing and people love building libraries and stuff. It's not mine, and it's just an expense that I don't really need in my life right now. So I told myself no more books, even though there's one that I kind of really want. And it also kind of gives me some like nice pressure to want to finish the books that I have as well. Okay, the next one are hair appointments. Now, I didn't stop cold turkey, but I have blonde hair right now, but as you can kind of tell, I do have darker roots, so it doesn't quite grow as blonde anymore as I'm growing up. And I used to go quite often, like every 3 to 4 months, to maintain like the all over blonde kind of color. But if that's something that you're struggling with and you're open to the idea, I highly encourage you in finding a hairstyle that like allows your roots to flow naturally, or to flow nicely, sorry, in whatever color that you dye your hair. So right now it's kind of like I ask for a balayage and I only go once a year instead of the multiple times that I used to. So yes, it's still an expense obviously, but that's something I wasn't willing to give up completely. But now I only go once a year and I get balayage so that it kind of like looks okay until my next time. And same with the haircut, I kind of try to learn how to trim a little bit. I need to learn a little bit more. And I'm kind of almost due for my yearly one soon, well, in the new year, obviously soon. But yeah, I encourage you to find a hair color that works with that if that's something you're willing to do. But yeah, honestly, it's been wonders for my wallet because if you're unfamiliar with blonde hair, it's really expensive to maintain. So yeah, I've saved quite a bit of money in the past few years not going as often. Okay, the next thing is trendy makeup. And again, there's nothing wrong with you buying makeup. There's nothing wrong with you wearing makeup. But for me, I kind of stopped wearing it as much because I stopped using it as a hobby. Like I used to in my undergrad, I loved wearing a bunch of different colors, trying different like eyeshadow looks, and I kind of kept buying it in the last few years because I used to like it, but I've noticed I'm not spending the time that I used to on it. And not that I don't like it, I do like it. I don't know, I fell out of love with it. Like I like to wear it. I have some on right now. I like to wear it for videos if I'm going to do something, or just sometimes just for fun. But I've just stopped using it as often as I did. So I stopped buying all the new palettes and stuff like that that I would like to see because I wasn't using them. And now I'm stuck with a few palettes that like or barely used, but they're expired and now I have to throw them away. So, you know, it was just kind of like a waste because I was not using them. So kind of try to be sparing with it, like only get the things that you actually know you're going to use. And something that I used to do as well is if something went on sale, like a foundation or something that I really liked, I'd buy 2 duplicates, which can be a good idea if you use them, but I wouldn't use them. So I bought 2 and only used 1, and the other one I had to throw out because it expired. So it's just something that I had to think about and I stopped doing, and that's helped me quite a bit because I would always also get it at Sephora. Okay, the next thing is another fashion item, and it's sunglasses, but bad sunglasses. So that's another thing. Like I mentioned with the jewelry, if I saw a cute pair of sunglasses at a store, I was like, ooh, those are really cute. It's one of my favorite accessories. But after a while and just learning more about it, the sunglasses that you can get at the basic stores that you go to are not actually really good for your eyes. Yes, they're super cute. And if that's something that's not really a big priority for you to cut out, definitely continue to do it, totally fine. But for me, I've found that investing in like an actual good pair of sunglasses, so I got a pair that's polarized and it has a warranty on it, and they're actually helpful for your eyes, so they actually block the sun for you instead of like pretending to do that. And I haven't bought any other new fashion ones. I've kept some of the ones that I've had just if I want to style a look here and there, but I just haven't continued to buy ones that are completely unnecessary and not helpful for me. So that's something that's definitely saved me quite a bit because literally I would get them like anytime I saw a cute pair. So the next thing, again, going with the fashion piece, and this one it has honestly been the hardest one for me to let go, and it's clothing. But like, there's a caveat. Of course, like I buy clothes sometimes. However, I'm not buying any more clothes that I can't envision an entire outfit with, because I look at my closet, I have, like a lot of people, I have a lot of clothes and I feel like I don't wear half of them. And I started to realize, okay, it's because you bought it, you were like, this is cute, but I had no intention, like no view of like how it's going to look as a full outfit. So then I had a bunch of pieces that didn't really go together. So that's a huge goal for myself this year, is finding my personal style again. But also I feel like being intentional with the pieces that I bring into my closet. So maybe that's investing in a better piece of clothing that like will last me quite a while, but also thinking before I buy, how am I going to wear this? Does it fit with anything that I have in my closet? No, it's staying there. Kind of thing. Because honestly, I get frustrated every single day that I look at my closet because I'm like, wow, like literally nothing goes together. And then I get angry and upset with myself. So to try to avoid that, and also just avoid spending all this money on cute clothes that I'm like, oh, this is super cute, and then the moment passes because I don't know how to wear it, you know, we've stopped that, and it saved me some mood swings, that's for sure, and also money for sure, because clothing can add up like anything. Okay, this next thing kind of goes with the meal planning and grocery shopping tips that I've mentioned in my last video, but this one is groceries. I've stopped buying food and groceries if I have stuff in the fridge. That's the caveat there. Obviously, some people need to eat. I've stopped buying things just to buy things. I think like a lot of people, people tend to like go grocery shopping every single week or whatever cadence, just because you're like, oh, it's grocery shopping time, you know, like that. But then there's stuff left in your cupboards, there's stuff left in your freezer, your fridge that hasn't been used. And my big thing about my ongoing food list, which I go into detail in my other video, sorry, not to plug it all the time, but like it's if you're interested, definitely go check it out. But basically, like short form, I have this ongoing list of groceries that we have in the fridge, like very detailed, like chicken, soy sauce, ketchup, onions, like things like that. And I always keep it updated so that I know exactly what we have and what kind of meals we can make with it. So I try to be very creative and scrappy with it. And again, like I mentioned in the other one, we do not give up taste and nice meals from this. Because I know a lot of people can hear that and it's like, oh my God, that's so restricting. Like we would never eat something that we really enjoy. No, we actually do. And it's, we actually do. Like it just takes some creativity because we are big foodies. So trust me, I would probably not give that up if I couldn't eat meals that I liked, because we love eating meals that we like to eat. So, but yeah, we've stopped just going grocery shopping just because, and just buying things on top of the stuff that we already have. So being more intentional with your grocery shopping can allow you to like really push the amount of space in between the times that you have to go grocery shopping, and you save money because you're not throwing stuff away because you just bought a bunch of stuff and forgot that there were peppers in the back of the fridge. You know, we've all been there. There's no shade, no shame. we've all been there, but it's just a way that we can save more money and save people from having to waste a lot of food. All right, so the next one is products with toxic chemicals. Now this one's kind of a little niche, but basically a lot of the stuff that I would buy, it's because I kind of thought these were all products that I needed to use because I grew up using them. You see all the ads, you get sucked into them. Even though I have a marketing and comms background, I still get sucked into the marketing. So things like hairspray or different like dry shampoos and stuff like that I'm like, I just bought it because I kind of felt like I just always used it and felt like I needed it, but I actually never use it anymore. Like I do have one, but it's a little bit more clean, not like the ones that I used to buy that like have been in the news for like being bad for you, but I'll leave it there and I'm not naming names. But yeah, so I use those now, and also sparingly. I kind of used hairspray because everyone was using it, and now I'm like, oh, I don't actually like using it and I don't really need it. That's just something. And again, no shame if you do use it, if you like using it. Again, these are just my tips. I really don't want to insult anyone because that's not my goal whatsoever. Other than hair products, there's also a lot of cleaning products out there that like honestly you don't really need. And if you look up like ingredients on how to make some of your own stuff, of course there are some stuff that are like needed, but you can definitely make some stuff on your own with cheap ingredients that you probably already have like in your pantry or in your fruit bowl, like lemon. So anyways, things like that, like I've been more inclined to use those things because it's just a bunch of marketing that you like, things that you need, like bathroom spray too, like you really don't need it. Things like that. I don't know, just things that were, I stepped back and I was like, this is actually unnecessary and I don't really need it. Even like drying sheets, yes, it removes the static, but like if you leave it enough, like it's fine, and it just has chemicals all over your body. I think you can save a lot of money not having to buy these products all the time. So yeah. All right, guys. So those are the things that I am not buying, that I've stopped buying, and I'll hopefully continue to stop buying in 2024. Again, these are all things that just works for me, but I was very happy to share it because hopefully it inspires some of you and works for some of you so that you can save a little bit of money because everyone's struggling and it's hard out there. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments things that you've stopped buying or things that you won't be buying in 2024. I'd love to hear them. Maybe I can add some to my own list. So again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you did enjoy this video. And if you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you would like to. And I will see you in the next video.